Something that I feared would happen to us on board the Icon of the Seas is happening to those who have booked the inaugural sailing of the Star of the Seas. It's disappointing. Let's chat about it. Hey, what's going on, Adventure Fam? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Before we get started into this disappointing and kind of a sad story if you've got the Star of the Seas booked story. Before we jump into that, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to subscribe. It takes you 2 seconds of your time. We'd really appreciate it. If you hit that notification bell, you're going to be included in our Adventure Fam, and you'll be able to see all of our adventures we go on. And we are going to Disney World, or Disneyland, I should say, in Anaheim, California this weekend, and you're not going to want to miss it. And go ahead and drop a like, because this story is going to hit for some, and it's really disappointing. But look, things happen. So let's jump right into the story and chat about it. So Royal Caribbean has notified a bunch of travel agents and has started notifying guests who have the Star of the Seas booked for the inaugural sailing of August of 2025, and notifying everybody that that inaugural sailing has been canceled, and they are notifying everybody right now, letting them know that there are major delays when it comes to the construction of the ship. So the Star of the Seas, which is the Icon of the Seas sister ship, will not be sailing in August of 2025 as scheduled. And this is something we actually feared for the Icon of the Seas, to be honest with you. All leading up to the Icon of the Seas inaugural sailing, we were kind of worried that, hey, are they going to finish this ship on time? Are they going to get everything done? Are we going to be able to get on the inaugural sailing? Are we going to have to change our plans? Now, thankfully, and thank God, nothing happened, and we were able to sail, and everything went well, and it was an amazing sailing. But doesn't look like it's going to be the same for the Star of the Seas, as they've already started notifying people that the inaugural sailing has been canceled and moved. Now, those that were affected by this will have a plethora of options at their disposal to choose from, but this is a statement that came out from Royal Caribbean regarding this change. While we're working hard on completing our newest Icon class ship, Star of the Seas, and after a review of the work that remains to be done, we're unfortunately forced to delay the ship's delivery date. So what this means is that the construction delays have just hindered them, and they're not going to be able to make that initial launch date of August 17th of 2025 for that 7-night Eastern Caribbean. So what they're looking at is they've actually pushed it out, the very first sailing, the inaugural sailing. So if you've got the August 31st, 2025 sailing booked, congratulations, you are now on the inaugural sailing of the Star of the Seas. Disappointing for those who have booked it for the inaugural sailing. I get it, right? It's supposed to be a special momentous occasion, but look, construction delays happen. These things kind of pop up, and if you've ever built anything from scratch, like a house or anything else, or been a part of any other cruise launches, things can pop up. Certainly not Royal's fault. I'm sure there's some construction delays, things like that, materials. So there's a lot of things at play when you're building, especially a mega ship like this. And so it's unfortunate, but congratulations to those that are on the August 31st sailing of Star of the Seas, because you have now been bumped up to the inaugural sailing. Now, as I mentioned, those that were booked on the initial sailing will have about 3 options here. One is to move it to that August 31st sailing. Obviously, depending on the cabins available, things like that, you can move it to that August 31st sailing and still be a part of the inaugural sailing if that's an option. They can also change it to any other Royal Caribbean ship. Royal is going to give them that option. I'm sure cost and things like that are going to be kind of weighed against each other. And then the third option, obviously, is you can get a full refund for your cruise fare. So if it was me and I had the flexibility, I would still jump on the August 31st cruise. If you are supposed to be on that inaugural sailing for the Star of the Seas, comment down below. What are your thoughts on this? What are your feelings? What are you going to do with your options there? But nonetheless, at least they are going to give them the option of going to that new inaugural sailing on the 31st. Look, Star of the Seas started booking in December of 2023. There was high anticipation for it, but certainly there's not going to be, and there isn't anticipated to be, as high of a booking demand as there was for that Icon of the Seas, which, as I think we've covered this before, sold out within 24 hours. Certainly it's a great ship. I mean, it mimics the Icon of the Seas. It's the exact same ship. So if you don't really care about going on, an inaugural sailing, and you want to just jump on the Icon for a different date, I believe it's the same exact ship, so you're not going to miss much. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's happening with the Star of the Seas. More information will start to disseminate out, and we'll kind of try to pass that on to you. Now, this ship is under construction in the Meyer Turku, shipyard in Finland, and it still has a ton of milestones to hit, including the sea trials, right, and the float out to sea and the sea trials. So looks like they're a little bit further away from their completion date, and no specific details. But again, this could be labor shortages, material shortages, design changes. It could be one of everything. Hopefully, one of the design changes is Giovanni's, and they don't put it in the middle of the in the middle of the promenade like the Icon of the Seas, because that wasn't pleasant. But anyway, not to make a joke out of it, but looks like they're going to still kind of push forward. They just won't be able to launch initially on that first inaugural date. So we'll bring you any kind of updates that we get on this, but let us know down below if you are actually on that ship, or we were supposed to be, and let us know what options you choose. But hope you guys are doing well. Go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you as part of the Adventure fam. Like I said, we got some cool trips coming up. So we love you guys. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.